Hey guys,
this is Allison
and Catherine,
and we have an important message to share.
The state of Texas is running out of water, but we hope with this brief presentation we can share with you some facts about water and provide some tips to help you reduce your consumption.
Some of it's easy while others more difficult, but we should all do what we can to help.
Though the earth is made up of about 71% water, only 2.5% is fresh water, and only 1.2% of that fresh water is surface water, and the rest is relatively inaccessible in ice caps or the ground. Samuel Taylor Coleridge summed it up pretty well in saying, "Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink." The majority of legislation dealing with water planning in Texas began after the record 7-year drought of the 1950s, during which the agriculture industry experienced losses greater than those of the Dust Bowl years. The drought and resulting floods cost the state hundreds of millions of dollars, creating a push for water conservation. The state agencies working to manage water include the Texas Commission for Environmental Quality, Texas Parks and Wildlife, and the Texas Water Development Board. These agencies work together with local river authorities and groundwater conservation districts to form the Water Advisory Council, whose input is critical in forming the state water. If we keep using water at the current rate, it is projected that the majority of the state will be out of water by 2060. The major problems facing water in Texas are exponential population growth, land fragmentation, out-of-date irrigation, and old municipal water systems. It is estimated that it will cost over $200 billion to fix and manage water for the next 50 years. Groundwater is water percolating below the surface of the earth, and the 97% of this is held in the 9 major aquifers of Texas. About 60 of the 17 million acre-feet used annually in the state is groundwater. It is governed by the rule of capture, which means that landowners own the water under their property. Surface water, including rivers, lakes, streams, and even stormwater, is owned by the state and regulated by the TCEQ, who permits it for use. It's governed by 2 doctrines, the riparian, which states that landowners can reasonably use water under their property, and the prior appropriation, which states that the first to get a permit has first rights of use.
In Texas, regulating agencies play an important role in water conservation. However, water conservation can start right in your home, where the choices you make have a significant impact. This starts with personal incentive to educate yourself on techniques, practices, and strategies that will help you promote water conservation in Texas. Leaky faucets and pipes account for a huge amount of water loss every single day. A leaky faucet that drips at a rate of 1 drip per second can waste more than 3,000 gallons per year. That's the same amount as 180 showers. According to American Society of Civil Engineers, 7 billion gallons of water are lost every day to leaking pipes. In a bathroom, you can save lots of water. Don't forget when you're brushing your teeth to turn off the faucet. You can install low-flow showers and low-flow toilets, and also use other techniques such as putting a bucket underneath your shower while it's getting hot, and use that water to water your plants. Some water-saving techniques in the kitchen you can use is don't leave your faucet running while you're cooking. Wash your veggies in a tub. When you're washing your dishes, fill up the sink with water and soap versus keeping the faucet running the whole time. And only use your dishwasher when it's full. Laundry machines use a significant amount of water, so some tips to remember are reuse your towels before you wash them. Put your settings to cold water to save energy, and also, if you can afford it, efficient laundry machines make a great deal of difference in water conservation. And some cities provide rebates for this type of infrastructure. A significant amount of water conservation efforts can occur outdoors. Like remember, don't forget to water your lawn in the morning to reduce evaporation. And if you buy a sprinkler, buy the ones with larger water droplets to reduce water loss. Also, you can capture rainwater to use to water your lawn. This can make a great deal of difference. Xeriscaping, on the other hand, is a technique where you might not need to water your lawn at all. Buying things like native plants or using hardscapes instead of lawns can reduce water use by a great amount. You can also design your yard to capture and harvest the water that comes down naturally, like rain gardens. We want to save our waters here in Texas not only for use, but for recreation. We love our rivers, so let's keep them there. Drink responsibly and bring a trash bag when you go to the river to make sure all your waste goes with you and not into the river. And if you see trash, don't be afraid to pick it up. Picking up 3 pieces of trash can go a long way. We loved how dog-friendly Austin and San Marcos is, but pets can cause water quality issues when waste is not picked up by owners. So don't forget when you're on a hike with your pup to protect the water and pick up the poop. Also, instead of bathing your dog at the house, why don't you take her to the river to wash off all natural? Water use is sometimes not obvious, as it's used to make everything we buy. This slide represents how much water it takes for one simple meal. Can you believe for one dinner it took nearly 1,000 gallons of water? Being conscious of your purchase makes an impact. So remember to buy products to use sustainable practices. This leads me directly to bottled water. Not only is this practice unsustainable, but when you purchase a bottled water, it's lost from its natural system forever. Tap water has been found to be equally or better quality than bottled water. So buy a reusable bottle and drink tap.
It's easy to save water if you're conscious of what you're doing. Being conservative with your water not only helps the planet, but your wallet too. You can spend the savings on a fun trip or just treat yourself. Be sure to spread the word to your friends and family. They will surely thank you, and y'all can think of even cooler ways to conserve water together. There will be no future without water, but don't lose hope. Just educate yourself and others, vote for politicians who support water conservation, and be aware of current events. Texas is a great place to live, and we must make sure we do our best to ensure that our grandchildren can grow up and enjoy water in the state that we love so dearly.